All right, one more time. Um, what I'm at? OGL 350. Welcome to Spring Session C 2022. It is Monday. No, it's not. It's Tuesday, January 11th at about 1:45 p.m. And my name is Michael Fair, and I'm the guy sitting, I can't remember if it's over here, with the weird hat on. Okay. So I've done this for my three campus courses, introduce myself instead of mask to mask. At least we can do face to mask for this part, and have it get across some of the personable stuff I want to make sure comes across. But anyways, I apologize to the couple of you who are going through this for a second or third time. Troy, put on your mask. Um, okay, let me get started. Okay, what do we got here? The textbook we're going to be using is the cultural mindset. All right, got to have it. Why? Because it's the first time we're using it. I'm a guinea pig in our faculty department. This is my third time teaching this course, OGL 350. However, this is the first time we're adopting a new textbook. We find it to be much more current, up to date. Uh, the bad news is there was no textbook last time. It was just a million attachments to the course. I personally found some of the stuff to be kind of cringeworthy. Maybe I'll talk about it in class because, the concepts, terminology, and things that we'll be discussing, using, and that we've all encountered in our current culture has rendered things that 10 years ago to be creepy weird, and I'll talk about that too. So this is a topic that's near and dear to me, and I want to keep pushing the pendulum forward. That doesn't make any sense. Pendulum, it's going to come back and hit me in the head. My name is Michael Fair. Did I say that yet? I don't know. Don't call me Dr. Fair. I haven't earned my PhD. I have been I went to college when I was 52 to ASU, and I graduated in 2013 with a Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies. My concentrations were African American Studies and Human Rights. I accepted a grad school. I got approved, whatever they call it, to Howard University in Washington, D.C. However, I only lasted a week out there before I decided to move back because I am a single parent, 24/7, 365 for the last 16 years, raising my two sons, one who graduated ASU Cronkite in 2015 with journalism, and the other one who graduated uh, a month ago with a degree in history from Barrett Honors College. I just dropped him off. He's interning at the Tempe Historical Museum down the street from us here. So we're an ASU family, and I came back. I did my master's at the West Campus in interdisciplinary studies as well. I chose to work in fields like ideology and science and religion and filmmaking, editing, video editing, videography, those kind of things. Uh, but in 2013, I was named the graduate of the year for the College of Letters and Sciences. But more importantly, maybe in terms of what I look at, I was the academic of the year in African American Studies at ASU, earning the Leonard Bowen Johnson Award. Um, Very proud of that. I've worked in I've worked as an artist, paid artist, multimedia writer and photographer. And as I've been showing people, yes, some of my stuff is way back over there. It's actually daylight when I'm doing this. Last couple of videos, I do them at night. Um, and I've traveled a lot of places in the world, including Ghana and West Africa, 6 countries in Western Europe, upcountry Dominican Republic, Haiti, upcountry Jamaica, and a little bit of Mexico, and a lot of the United States. So I used to be a digital nomad, uh, lived in my Jeep before the pandemic hit, uh, and I'm really looking forward to this class. I taught it twice, first time in summer B, and last time. But again, it was a different format, no text, but I loved it. I loved what the students brought to the course. They were invested in it. Granted, most online students, maybe around the country, are a little older, more professional, looking to enhance their credentials. This may not be true for all of you, but that's okay. We've all, I was going to ASU taking human rights classes, and I was older than the professor, and it was a lot of all sophomores, and I was sitting in the back, and they were like, "What's going on?" And I remember giving my first, presentation to the class, and I walked up from the back, and I mumbled, "Yep, it's the creepy old guy from in the back." And I remember when he was a co-ed or something, she said, "We don't think of you as the creepy old guy." She said, "Just don't go to the dorms." I said, "Okay, that's a deal." She said, "Because we had a guy in the dorms, he was like 30." I'm like, "Oh my God." I was like 58 at the time. So, anyways, it's all good. I graduated and I started teaching at ASU. I've been here 5 years, and I really love it. And like I said, I particularly love this course, diversity, as it pertains to organizations. Besides being an artist, I've been in law enforcement. I understand chain of command, writing reports. I was a sergeant for Milwaukee, Wisconsin, worked in the emergency response team, correctional emergency response team. I've been in sales, technology sales since '97. I just put a quote together today because it's still my side hustle for a client that I have in Charleston, South Carolina. I pulled in 3 to 5 million in revenue with the various companies, and did well in that. Before that, well, altogether, I've had about 37 jobs. I've got a list, so I've got proof, and I only left one of them involuntarily. So I've got a lot of experience across the board. I'm more of a professor of practice than I am of doctorate. So I'm glad to bring any experience that I can provide. Seeing I go way back to being a kid growing up in the '60s during the civil rights uh, era, one of many of them, I guess. And I remember so much about things back then very clearly to me, and they did form me in very significant, profound ways. So I think I'm going to let it go. I'll talk about the class. Everything that we have is pretty consistent. Every module has 160 points except for module 6 and 7, and we'll get into that, an intro module. Um, I reserve the right to make some changes. If and when I do, they will benefit you. I guarantee you that. So I'll get into this. I'm doing this for everybody in case people can't make it to class. This way they can view this on their own. As for you folks in class, I'm turning it over to that guy. All right. So forks up. Peace.